Good day, this is Leadership TV News at noon. I am Cynthia Onwado. Socio-cultural group Ohaneze Youth Movement has urged President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to bring to end what it called the continuous illegal detention of the former Central Bank of Nigeria Governor Godwin Emefiele and obey the subsisting court order on his release. The High Court of the Federal Capital Territory (FCT) in Abuja last Tuesday commenced the trial of Emefiele with 3 witnesses exonerating him of wrongdoings in the award of 1.2 billion naira vehicle supply contracts by CBN under him. The group, in a statement jointly signed by its leader, Obe Agu and Mwapweze Obi, said the exoneration of Emefiele by witnesses of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, at the court was a clear evidence that he was being persecuted and not prosecuted. The group therefore called for Emefiele's release and a diligent prosecution process. We move on now to Kano State, where the Nigeria Union of Pensioners, NUP, has strongly denounced the 5.4 billion naira deducted from pensioners' payments by the Abdullahi Ganduje administration in Kano State between 2015 and 2023, labeling it a source of untold hardship for thousands. In contrast, the NUP leadership showered accolades on Kano State Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf for his compassionate move in disbursing a substantial 6 billion naira towards pensioners' gratuity and death benefits. The national president of NUP, Comrade Godwin Abomisi, expressed satisfaction during the official flag-off ceremony held in Kano on Saturday, represented by the national trustee, Comrade Abdullahi Garba. Abomisi commended Governor Yusuf, stating, "The settlement of unpaid gratuities and death benefits at a time when other governors are grappling with take-up issues speaks volumes of His Excellency's capacity to provide dividends of democracy to the people of Kano State." During his address, Governor Yusuf expressed his fulfillment in achieving these promises within the first months of his administration, signaling a positive shift for pensioners in Kano. The sum of 6 billion naira was paid to about 6,000 pensioners in Kano over the weekend as the first tranche of settling the unpaid backlog of gratuity and death benefits of retirees in Kano. Recall Governor Yusuf had made promises during his electioneering campaigns to address pending payments of gratuity, ensured timely monthly pension allowances, and halt the illegal deductions initiated by the previous administration. The NUP president appealed to the federal government for further intervention, citing Kano State's substantial accumulation of unpaid benefits amounting to 43 billion naira from 2016 to date. The union urged the federal government to honor its pledge of including pensioners in the 25,000 naira cash award resulting from subsidy removal. Moving on now, the United States sees Nigeria as a crucial partner in addressing security challenges across West Africa, says the charge d'affaires of the U.S. Embassy in Nigeria, David Green. According to him, both countries are working closely as partners to strengthen security and ensure stability in West Africa. Green, who said this in an interview with the news agency of Nigeria in Abuja, said, described Nigeria as a strategic partner to the U.S., given its top position as a regional power in Africa. He said, "Security is something we partner on with lots of countries. Nigeria is a strategic partner because of its weight in the African region and the challenges in the Sahel and West Africa. This is in terms of dealing with violence, extremism, and stability. More broadly, Nigeria has been a key partner. Some of such cooperations involves the system that we provide to it for it to be able to protect its coastal waters and to carry out its counter-terrorism measures. Some of that involves the equipment that Nigeria buys from the US. The Nigerian government bought a dozen A-29 Super Cannon planes 2 years ago. It is a precision ammunition that allows them to tackle terrorism problems. We do not just work with the military, we work with civilian security services very effectively in addressing illegal drug issues. The envoy further said the U.S. is providing support to Nigeria in furtherance of its police reform and capacity building aimed at delivering justice transparently. We are working with Nigeria on a program to reduce the number of individuals that are in pretrial detention, looking at the rights of those individuals in prisons and correctional facilities in Nigeria. Former Minister of Works, Mr. Babatunde Fashola, SAN, has raised concerns over Nigeria's reliance on aging infrastructures from the 1970s and 1980s, stressing the critical need for extensive investment in the country's infrastructure. Speaking at the Julius Berger Nigeria PLC Luminary Sori dinner in Lagos, Fashola referred to the National Infrastructure Master Plan, projecting an estimated investment requirement of $2.3 trillion over the next 21 years to modernize and expand Nigeria's infrastructure. During his speech titled Outlook on the Construction Industry in Nigeria over the next 5 to 10 years, Fashola highlighted the substantial impact of inadequate infrastructure. He pointed out that Nigeria, despite being an oil-producing nation, still imports a significant portion of petroleum products due to the lack of crucial infrastructure such as a local petroleum refinery. The reliance, according to Fashola, contributes to nearly 30% of Nigeria's foreign exchange demand. Fashola stressed that local production of petroleum products within Nigeria could substantially reduce costs associated with shipping, insurance, and port charges. This move, he argued, could lead to a reduction in inflation and positively impact the cost of living for citizens. And on the foreign scene, Ukraine has been accused of reselling North Atlantic Treaty Organization NATO weapons and military equipment to criminals and terrorist groups with impunity, a trend which consistently increases the volume of arms smuggling on the black market. According to multiple international media reports, the endless flow of weapons from Ukraine to regions within high conflict potential leads to a sharp destabilization of the military political situation and the activation of frozen conflicts. The report said it was impossible to exclude the illegal transfer first to the African continent of weapons supplied as part of Western military assistance, which will provoke a deterioration of the criminal situation in the countries of the region. They noted that having established contacts and a sales market, the Ukrainian government will undoubtedly continue to fill its pocket with dollars from the sale of Western weapons to terrorist groups in Africa and the Middle East. The prolonged activity of militants in the northeast of Nigeria in the near future may be fueled by new supplies of American and European weapons allegedly transferred to help Kyiv. In particular, Ukrainian servicemen sell ammunition, grenades, and other types of weapons to the countries of the Middle Eastern region, the report said. And now to some sports news. Liverpool produced a sensational finish to beat Fulham in a 7-goal thriller on Sunday. Liverpool appeared set for a rare and damaging home defeat, but turned the tables on Fulham at Anfield with 2 late goals to close within 2 points of the top of the table. Trent Alexander-Arnold helped to set Liverpool on their way in the 20th minute, crashing a free kick off the underside of the bar and into the net via the unfortunate Fulham goalkeeper Bernd Leno for an own goal. But the visitors were level just 4 minutes later when Harry Wilson poked Anthony Robinson's cross past goalkeeper Quimine Kelleher, standing in for the injured Alisson Becker. Alexis McAllister produced a moment of magic to restore Liverpool's lead, lashing a drive into the top corner from distance for his first goal for the club, but Kenny Tet pounced from close range shortly before halftime to level. Fulham looked set for a sensational victory when they scored in the 80th minute with substitute Bobby De Cordova-Reid leaping highest. Mohamed Salah blasted over from close range as the home side pushed for an equalizer, but the then turned provider for Wataru Endo, who found the net from the edge of the box in the 87th minute. A minute later, they were ahead again when Alexander Arnold drove the ball home after the ball fell to him just inside the box, sparking wild scenes at Anfield. And back to the shores of Nigeria, the Nigerian military wrestling team, who clinched gold and silver medals at the recently concluded 36th World Military Wrestling Championship in Baku, Azerbaijan, arrived back in the country, vowing to maintain Nigeria's pride on the global stage. Welcoming the triumphant wrestlers at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja on Sunday at approximately 10 p.m., officials from the defense headquarters received the athletes. In a press briefing upon their return, AVM Abidemi Marquis, the director of sports at the defense headquarters, expressed gratitude to General Christopher Musa, the Chief of Defense Staff, for providing them with the opportunity to showcase the nation's military prowess at the international level. Marquis highlighted the dedication of the athletes stemmed from the honor of representing Nigeria. He acknowledged the essential support and resources that were provided to enable the team to compete among the world's best. Marquis stressed the importance of leveraging this victory as a foundation for future achievements, especially with Nigeria set to host the African Military Games next year. On that note, we end the news at noon on Leadership TV. For more news stories, log on to our website www.leadership.ng. Many thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and
Oops.
That's 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.